Alright, so you guys get to look at this pretty pen while I talk. So I was thinking about something that a person had brought up about the story that I am writing. Because I'm on some Facebook writing groups, and sometimes I'll go on there and, I'll ask if, this sentence makes sense or if this could be written a better way, basic writing advice. And I was talking a little bit about the fantasy story that I am writing, and somebody brought up, well, how does this happen? So the thing is, in my story, people that are born under the Gemini sign will be born as twins because this is a zodiac, well, sort of a zodiac based story, right? That plays a big role into things. But that's not the only thing that's going on. And they wanted to know how that happened. And to me, it almost sounded like they wanted like a scientific explanation for something that's happening in a fantasy story. And I do agree that not everything should be just because of magic kind of stuff, right? But in a fantasy story, or at least, a story with magic, which still would be fantasy, I guess. And there's different types of fantasy, okay? There's going to be times when magic is the answer, right? And again, that's not to excuse lazy writing, or there shouldn't be reasons behind things, but you're not going to get like a hardcore scientific explanation for things in a fantasy story, because magic does exist in those things. But I do understand that, there has to be some explanation of how it works. And I think I might have figured that out. Now, I'm not going to really say too much about it because I'm still figuring this out. Also, I'm not going to give too much away because one day I will finish this book and I want people to read it. So it's kind of pointless to tell you the whole story because then you wouldn't be interested in reading it because you already know what happens. On a side note from that, does anybody else get annoyed when people ask you, well, you've already seen the movie, why you're reading the book? Well, because there's whole plot lines, there's entire characters that didn't make it to the movie. That's why. Yeah. Little 5-second rant there. But yeah, I am so glad that I waited and I can change things now because I don't think I would have been too happy if I had published this when I first started forming this story, because there's been so many changes and so many things that I like better now. And that's one of the advices I would give to, new writers. Sometimes I still feel like a new writer myself, and I've been writing since I was a child. I'm in my 30s now, pretty much my late 30s now. So, and I still feel there's so much I don't know. But yeah, just patience is one of the things I feel you should have. I was thinking about doing maybe vlogoween on both this channel and my second channel, Popcorn and Earbuds. Maybe something with horror movies for the second channel because it's mainly a movie channel. Let me know what you guys think. And if you didn't know, Popcorn and Earbuds is my second channel where me and my son And sometimes some other people come and do movie reviews and like movie related topics. Sometimes other things, like I have a top 10 list of my favorite bands and artists. So Nate's also got a couple video game things up on there. So yeah, check that out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.